This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're here in Birmingham ahead.
Yeah, we don't say Birmingham, do we?
We say Birmingham.
Yeah, and it's everyone always has a go at me. So we are delighted to be in Birmingham this Saturday for a huge night live on DAZN. Is that right, Andy?
Andy Puro's happy there.
Because Andy Puro don't like it. Yeah.
He'll be fuming. Ben Whittaker is going to be exciting all week, but all leads to a big fight on his Matchroom debut Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, look, Ben is a promotional dream. He's a phenomenal fighter, and I'm really excited. I mean, I keep talking about, look, this is the first step on the route to becoming a world champion, and there's a lot of work to do. Ben's only had 10 fights. His best win's Liam Cameron, which last time out was a great performance, but there are many levels in the 175-pound division. We saw that last Saturday with Benavidez. This is no joke, and we've got to go through that domestic part, we've got to go through that even domestic world-class part, and then we've got to be ready for the elite guys. So this journey begins on Saturday night. Gavazi's a real fighter. You know, people just think, oh, who's this guy? I think he's 19 wins on the spin. I've been getting messages from Germany saying, this guy's the real deal. He'll beat Whittaker, and he won't lay down. But I need Ben to do what he said he would do, which is slice him and dice him. And I think said turn him into a German doner kebab as well as... and look sensational. Everything we got planned, great card on Saturday night, the ring walk, wait till you see it. Like, this is a special young man, and I think someone that could be a massive star of British boxing.
Yeah, yesterday I spoke to him about Birmingham, and does he want to kind of build it up, be a Gelbert to Sheffield, Hatton to Manchester? He said yes, but I want to conquer America. I want to be in the big fights around the world.
Yeah, it's always important to build a star within the city. For me, Ben Whittaker is a global superstar. And what that means is we have to make sure that we have a good presence here to support in the hometown, but also we need him to be able to fill arenas all over the UK and, more importantly, resonate in the US as well. With his social following, people already know about him in the US, and I think it's very likely that in the early part of 2026, all being well on Saturday, you'll see him perform in America. It's one of the reasons he joined us. He wants to be able to become a global star. So, yeah, great to be in here. I think, you know, we're going to be sold out on Saturday night. It's going to be a nice sort of start for the relationship, but plans for Ben Whittaker to be a global superstar of the sport. And obviously America is a massive market for that.
Are we going to see Ben Whittaker in the big domestic fights en route to a world title?
Absolute a must. You know, I see it as there's 3 levels on the way to the top. Number 1 is that domestic level of guys like, you know, you've got Craig Richards against Dan Aziz, you've got Willie Hutchinson, you've got Zach Parker, you know, these kind of guys. Then you've got the level above that, which is Callum Smith, Anthony Yard. I mean, Boatsy, you know, should probably put Barker in that one, but Boatsy as well. Then you've got Bivol, Benavidez, and you've got Beterbiev. Now, these guys are absolute machines. But for me, yeah, Ben's coming to that 3rd level right now. We've still got a long way to go. We just got to, say, be patient, because I know fight fans don't want us to be patient. But we've got to just move in the right way to keep everybody excited, to genuinely test him, but also to prepare him for arguably one of the toughest divisions in the sport.
It's going to be an exciting journey, and with the light heavyweight division, it's so stacked right now.
Yeah, and, you know, like I said, it's probably one of the toughest divisions in the sport, but, you know, we expect Ben to look great on Saturday night, and of course the undercard as well. Cameron Vong against Gavin Gwyn's a cracker.
Going to be tasty today.
Wait till you see Aaron Bowen against Tom Cowlin. This is a Midlands area fight, but Bowen's sold, I think, 700 tickets. Cowlin's done 300 or 400. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath. Molly McCann back as well. Ibrahim Suleiman in a really good fight as well, and much more on the card on Saturday.
Double press conference today.
Yeah.
Wood Warrington 2. Maybe a little bit later than we would have liked, but nevertheless, an absolute must-win for both of them.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is this fight should have happened a year ago. Little bit of ego, a little bit of controversy. It kind of left a bad taste in everyone's mouth last time, because Josh Warrington was winning the fight comfortably. He got chinned. He feels like he shouldn't have been stopped. It's a 50-50 call at the end of the day. He was badly hurt in the fight, and Lee Wood wins. And then it was like the back and forward. No one really wants to, you know, negotiate the fight. Lee Wood won the fight, so he wants a load more money. And it was a bit of a mess. But now we've got there, and the fight is called Last Man Standing. but it should be called shit or bust. Because the reality is, the loser of this fight, and when I do the press conference today, they kind of should both acknowledge, I lose this fight, I'm done. And you're talking about two British greats with massive fan bases. Both guys have already taken a couple of thousand tickets each for this fight, that put it all on the line, not for a world title, but completely for their career, for the pride, and for the controversy of the first fight. So that fight in February is going to be phenomenal in Nottingham Arena. There's going to be a great card which we'll be announcing on Saturday. And yeah, you're going to love it. It's going to be a massive crowd. And it's, like I said, it is genuinely shit or bust for both men.
What was so good about the first fight was it was in Sheffield Arena, and it was literally split down the middle, atmosphere, one of the best British atmospheres I've been to. This time it's in Nottingham. This time it's in Lee Wood's home. It could be a bit nasty for Josh Warrington and going into the lines there.
But he's going to bring a couple of thousand as well. So, you know, obviously Lee Wood won the first fight. So we're in Lee Wood's town, and Nottingham have come out for him over the years, and they're going to come out again. He's, like I said, he's taken a couple of thousand. They've gone already. He wants more. We haven't even gone on general sale yet. So it's going to be a great night of boxing.
Spoke to Ben Shalom on Monday, and he said that he thinks it's likely that Conor Benn will fight Chris Eubank Jr. for the third time.
Absolutely not. No, definitely not.
Without a rehydration clause as well.
No. I mean, we have no. He's just literally just won every round, and nearly stopped him in the last round to the point where it was actually tough to watch, and Chris Eubank was going to get badly hurt in that fight. If that fight had another 10 seconds, or specifically another minute or another round, Chris Eubank would have been badly hurt in that fight. We're done with that. We're moving on, and we're focusing on Conor's real aspirations and legacy, which is to be a world champion in the sport of boxing. After that performance, you know, everybody in the sport is calling Conor Benn out. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, you know, Lewis Crocker. There isn't a name in the division that isn't calling him out. So we've got to now go away. Rolly Romero, like, he's Conor Benn's gold right now. And, you know, Turki Al-Sheikh made it quite clear for us. He would like us to potentially fight Ryan Garcia on Cinco de Mayo. And that would be a massive fight. It's one that Conor Benn wants badly. And if Garcia beats Barrios, it would give Conor that shot at the WBC world title, which he's completely infatuated with. You know, sometimes when I talk about Rolly Romero, I talk about Lewis Crocker, he's like, I want the WBC. My dad won the WBC. I've seen that in my house ever since I was born. I want to win that world championship. So we will see.
With Ben Shalom, we will come back to Conor Benn. He wasn't happy with you for saying that there's only 4 fights a year on the BBC contract. As far as you know, do you still believe that to be the case?
We received the tender from the BBC. So what happens is, for people who don't understand, BBC is obviously a publicly owned company. So when they send out a tender for production, they have to send it to a load of production companies because it has to be fair, and they have to do it in a fair manner for the public. That tender came to Matchroom because we are a production company, and on there gave a full explanation of all the fighters and the plan, which was 4 shows a year. And Ben Whittaker was on there.
He said 1 a month.
1 a month, yeah? Okay. Well, there you go. If it's going to be 1 a month, I mean, they announced the deal in August?
August,
Yeah, well, it's now November. So they've got their first one, then they've got December. So hopefully they'll do one in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December of next year. I somehow doubt it. But listen, good luck to him. I mean, it's a good... Obviously, they're not paying any money, but it's still a good platform. And, you know, I think there hasn't got to be this... Like, there's no competition with me and Ben. I don't mean that disrespectfully, but it's just... There just isn't. And I wish them the best. And, you know, I like Fraser Clark, Jamie TKV, Fran Hennessy, I think is great for boxing. Callum Simpson, fighting our guy, Troy Williamson, you know. So, yeah, good luck. I think it's good for boxing.
Was you not tempted to put in a little offer to the BBC when the tender got released?
There's not enough money in there, to be honest. No, we weren't. But it's just a weird scenario where you're receiving a document that tells you the whole plan. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Is it a good thing though? It must be good to have boxing back on the BBC.
It's a great thing. A great thing. You know, and they've got fighters. Look at their fighters. Look at Caroline Dubois. She hasn't boxed since March. Lauren Price, March. Like, these are phenomenal world champions in their prime, and they're boxing once a year. So that's really good news that the BBC are officially doing one show a month. I think that's great.
But you don't think it happens?
No, he said it, didn't he? So that's confirmed.
Back to Conor Benn. We all saw the video of him falling asleep whilst watching Brian Norman versus Devin Haney on Saturday night. What was he actually saying to you during the fight?
Look, Conor Benn is not the guy that's going to watch a fight like that and enjoy it. He's a ferocious fighter that fights at a very high tempo, that takes chances, that constantly tries to knock the opponent out. I got interviewed. It's like you're talking about 7 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning and people putting mics in my face. I'm just telling you, and if you listen to my interviews, I say you have to give Devin Haney credit. You have to give him respect. He's become a 3-division champion. I just found that really boring to watch. Now, if I was his promoter, of course, I'm going to try and dress it up and tell you how he had to box smart and clever, but I'm not. I'm a fan at that point, and I'm just telling you what everyone on that front row and everybody around was saying the same. This is boring, right? But he's very difficult to beat. He's got a tremendous boxing IQ, blah, blah, blah. The fight against Ramirez was painful to watch. This was just boring to watch. And I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I like Devin. He's tough to beat. I'm not saying, oh, Conor Benn would go in there and destroy him. Of course, Devin's a brilliant fighter, but he's just gun-shy. And he was less gun-shy than he was against Ramirez, but he's still, he had Brian Norman completely done. And all he had to do was step on him. He would have stopped him and looked sensational, but that's not in here at the moment, But he won the fight. Some people said that he wouldn't win the fight, so you have to give him the respect. But, everyone knows what everyone was thinking in the arena. Everyone, but I said it, where many won't.
Bill Haney was not happy with you. Devin called you a bitter ex.
Listen, let me tell you about Bill Haney. Bill Haney, when I see him, he's so far up my sphincter, right? I mean, he might be up there now. Bill! Yeah, it's like, honestly, he's literally, Eddie, my man, we love Eddie, we love Eddie, we love... And I'm like, I would tell, Devin Haney come over to me after the fight, on the ropes, right? There was dozens of people there, so there's no bullshit. And he come over and he went, you said I wasn't going to win this fight. I said, firstly, I didn't say that. If you listen to my Fight Week interviews, I said
to be
Devin
fair,
Haney,
you didn't. In our interview, you said Haney would win.
On points, which he did. But I said to him, my exact words to him, mate, you've got to start switching this up. He goes, what do you mean? I said, that was so boring. This is what I said to Devin Haney. You won't find me going up to these guys going, oh man, that was an amazing performance, man. These people, they're so two-faced, these people. And Bill's great because he's like this. And a lot of it's just for show. But, when Bill starts slagging me off, I know that when I see Bill, he's going to come over and give me a big, big cuddle. And he's going to thank him for all the M's that I gave him over all those years. So I don't worry too much what he say. I'm just going to give you my honest opinion, right? Abdullah Mason, fantastic. Sam Noakes, fantastic.
Have you got any guys for Sam Noakes?
Yeah. Joe Cordina's fighting Gabe Flores.
Right.
That is an eliminator for the WBO world title. The winner will be number 1 to Abdullah Mason. I want to make Joe Cordina against Abdullah Mason. That's a hell of a fight. But also, Sam Noakes has put himself in a phenomenal position. He's a great fighter. He's tough as boots, and he's going to have some big fights as well. But for us, obviously, the focus for Joe Cordina is to become a two-weight, three-time world champion. And I love Joe Cordina against Noakes, but he's got to beat Flores first, coming up in Stockton. That's a tremendous fight.
Last thing I want to talk about, AJ Paul. First of all, we've all seen that video of the face-off when AJ kind of not steps it up a bit, but just show a little bit of signal of intent, and Jake very quickly turns away. What did you think when you saw that?
It's what it is. AJ's not mucking around. He's preparing for this fight like it's, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, genuinely. I know he's not, but that's how AJ's going into this fight. It's a real fight. He needs to go in there and perform and deliver. Obviously, he's had a short camp for this fight. It'll end up being, 5-6 weeks. He has to make weight as well, which is completely different. but at the same time, like, he's going in there with the intention to knock this guy spark out, and he will do so on December 19th. No games, no mucking around. He's excited by it. It's something different. He's enjoying the attention, and obviously from a US perspective, this is going to put his profile in a wonderful position, but he's taking it extremely seriously.
Last one, press is about to start. What do you say to people who are saying this fight is fixed, there's a contract, he's got to hold him up?
Absolute bullshit. No way ever. Firstly, that's illegal, because this is a real sanctioned fight, right, that people can bet on.
If it's an exhibition, would it be illegal? Sorry.
No, if it was an exhibition, you can do what you want. This is a real fight. There'll be no holding anyone up. There will be Anthony Joshua going out from the first bell to knock Jake Paul spark out as quickly as possible and as violently as possible. And that is what will happen on December 19th in Miami.
Eddie Hearn, thank you very much. Speaking to IFLTV. Catch up with you soon. Cheers, mate.